7 days for under $10 a day. There are 2 college football games Tuesday night, 4 NFL and 2 college football games on Thanksgiving, 16 college football games on Black Friday, plus a full Saturday and Sunday of college football and NFL action. Add in any NBA, college basketball, and NHL action, and it's an awesome week of sports. We are so very thankful that you are current or maybe a new client of WagerTalk, and we want to give you our best once-a-year price for a 7-day all-sport, all-access package. Enjoy the holiday with family and friends, and don't worry about missing plays throughout the week if you're traveling. That's right, only $69 for 7 full days of college football, NFL, NBA, college hoops, NHL, and any other plays your favorite capper releases. Happy Thanksgiving and safe travels for those hitting the road from our WagerTalk family to yours.
All right, guys, what is going on? Happy Tuesday, Thanksgiving week here, and we got some games in the association tonight. A light card, 4 games. In fact, we're going to do our best to cover each of them for you here. Come up with a couple of best bets at the end, and we're going to do it, of course, with our Tuesday crew. Nobody better here, guys. We've got you covered from props, the sides, the totals, and whatever Tony Finn can remember. Ski Profit in the house, Andy Lang here, and of course, the legendary Tony Finn in the house here. And interesting games on tap here, but Ski, let me start with you, man. How was the evening last night? What we on? Anything? And what do you got up tonight at WagerTalk.com?
Yesterday in the NBA, I went 3-2, so I'll take that. That's some profit there. Tonight, I have my second 5% play of the season up.
Woo!
And hopefully we can have another winning day in the association.
All right, love it. A little 5%. And guys, don't forget, too, the Thanksgiving special right now, $69 all-access pass. Take advantage of it, guys. All plays, all sports, your favorite handicapper, including 5% plays for $69. Hop on board, guys. It's a great opportunity. Now, visit Ski, visit Andy Lang, of course, visit Tony Mejia. And Andy, the prop god, talk to me here, my friend. How has the prop market been treating you? And what do you got up at WagerTalk.com here today?
Prop market's been really good. Made a couple of adjustments in the way we were handicapping, and plus 21 units the last 4 nights. So it's gone really well. Did have a very funny loss last night. We had Giannis to have a double-double, and I'm monitoring the game, and I'm like, are they up 50? and so blowouts are where player prop overs go to die. So sure enough, Giannis sits with 12 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists. So I don't get the double-double in a game. They win by a margin. So funny loss. It happens, but you just smile and move on.
Yeah, somebody forgot to tell Orlando there was an actual basketball game last night, apparently. It took them a little while to get it going. But Andy Lang, guys, don't forget, $69 all-access packages available. Visit his page today. Tony Finn, you are crushing it, my friend. Continuing to dominate here on the hardwood. What do you got? What we on last night? And don't give me that crap about Utah in the first half.
Utah.
Yeah, you can kiss my ass. You weren't anywhere near. The contrarians were near it, not you. All right. What do you got tonight at WagerTalk.com?
Last night I was on Charlotte plus the points.
Ooh, nice.
A nice play there. Nice underdog win there over a overvalued Wizard team, which is
like that.
I think we'll have to start playing. And I really truly was on Utah first half and game. So I win the first half of the Utah. And you guys catch your contrarian play. Everyone's, the world back on its axis, and no one's falling off the end of the earth, whatever it is, because they lost their NBA play tonight. One play so far. I'm thinking about adding another one. Depends on some injuries, but one play. It's a total. In fact, and I don't play a lot of totals, but I really like this one. Come get it.
All right, let's do it here, guys. Why don't we start with, maybe the best game of the night here. I don't know. Actually, it won't be. They all suck in their own unique way here. But we'll start with Miami taking on Detroit, the Detroit Pistons, who will be dealing with a couple of issues. Isaiah Stewart, obviously, sidelined. I believe Killian Hayes also not going to be available. So they are going to be a little short-handed. But the spread opened up at 9. It's been bouncing. I saw 10s earlier, 9.5. The total 205.5, which has come down here a little bit. It went up and then it started to come back down, Skee. So I find that interesting. You got two teams that don't necessarily play with a whole lot of pace. You have a shorthanded Detroit team here. How you approach this game? Side, total, what are you looking at?
Well, I know we have Andy Lang on here. We'll see what he ends up with. But the first thing that pops in my mind is Pistons are terrible defending the 3. So I want to bet somebody on Miami 3-pointers. And I see Robinson, game time decision. So maybe I go Hero. He's the one person I don't really see on the injury report here. I know he's pretty solid. So that's an interesting prop to me. There's no way I can get there with Miami in this game just because they play tomorrow. And they haven't been good on the road. Like going back a while, they haven't been good. This year, 2-4 as a road favorite, and it's really tough to get there with Detroit. But I just don't think double digits for the Heat on the road is the spot. So I'll lean Detroit, but I think Hero 3-pointers or points probably a better way to go.
So it's interesting. They lost that 10-point lead with about 5 minutes to go, the Miami Heat, against Washington over the weekend. That's the 4th time that has happened to the Miami Heat, where they've taken these sizable leads late in games and ended up blowing it. So might be time to be backing the Heat in the first half in situations. Andy, what do you think? How you agree with Skee? Are you looking at anybody on the Miami Heat prop-wise?
Yeah, it's funny. Skee brought that up. I was waiting for some of the Hero or Robinson 3-point props to come out yet. I don't have official numbers. One that I do have a line that's a little weird to me is Kyle Lowry. I'm going to take him under 2.5 made 3-pointers. This is a full 3-point too high. He's hit 1 3-point shot in 3 straight games. He's in a little bit of a slump. He's not shooting very well over the last 2 games. In fact, this play has hit the under in 11 out of 15 games this season. And against a Pistons team who don't do well guarding the 3-point shooters, I think that favors the guys that are shooting the ball well. I could see Kyle Lowry doing well with assists tonight, not necessarily shooting. I could see him wanting to get some of the other guys heated up. We talked about Isaiah Stewart and Killian Hayes briefly, but I think that means that there's going to be some extra stats available for some of these guys. And one guy I like for Detroit is actually Frank Jackson, over 14.5 points, rebounds, and assists. They put his number at 14.5 PRA. Well, the last 2 games, he's gone over 14.5 just in his points. Right now, he's not doing a lot with rebounds and assists, but without Stewart, without Hayes, I could see just 1 or 2 more rebounds and assists. If he does pretty good shooting, I think he could eclipse this 14.5. That's my best bet for the game as of now. But I'm actually with Skee a lot. Wait until game time and see if they throw some of these 3-point lines out for Robinson and Hero and take the over on those.
All right, looking for the over there. And what about you, Tony Finn? Do you like points maybe in this game, or do you like the side better? And maybe because since you're such a big first half better, are you going to look at Miami first half like you did Utah last night? What do you think?
No, I'm gonna save I'm saving the first half bets for the contrarian plays.
Oh,
only for the contrarian plays. Yeah, and of course we'll be fading the contrarian plays. But no, I like the. Listen, doesn't it make sense tonight, guys? You have a Miami team who 6 out of the last 7 opponents they've held to lower than 1.09 points per possession. And they do a really good job of forcing turnovers as well. I think every 16% or every 60% of every possession, 0.16 is a turnover. Detroit 100.7 points per 100 possessions in non-garbage time per cleaning the glass, obviously. But and they do a pretty good job of turning the ball over as well. Isaiah Stewart, no Isaiah, because he and LeBron are going to be in the padded room. Getting it on, and everything in this game, everything, guys, points to an under. This thing actually went up a little bit from the opener. I played this under at 208. I can see now that some of it's coming back a little bit, but I was surprised to see this total go up simply for the fact is that again, you got Corey Joseph and Cade Cunningham on the floor together, but with Hayes out, with Stewart out, Detroit's only given up 102.7 per 100 possessions. Everything in this game points to both teams not even reaching 100. I like the under 208 in this, Joe.
I'm seeing Jimmy Butler's points at 23.5. I know he's averaging recently, too, about 30 a game. So it'll be interesting to see what he does in this one there. Might be a little value towards him to continue to roll here, which is exactly what Miami is hoping to do to get back on track in this one. Let's move on. Game number 2 here tonight. Oh, the Lakers, Skee. Taking on the New York Knicks, 3.5 as an opening number, and of course that is now doubled. I'm seeing a lot of 6.5s in spots. No LeBron, obviously, no sucker punch LeBron. We do know that Anthony Davis, by watching the fracas, might have pulled something. So I don't know if he hurt himself watching it go on, but the bottom line is he's questionable. 214.5 in this one, and they might not have LeBron or Glass, Joe. So talk to me here, Andy. I'll come to you from a prop market. Who are you looking at? Let me guess, Julius Randle. Where are you going to go here in the prop market in this one?
Well, I'm very proud of myself. I have done the impossible. I have found a New York Knicks over prop that I like tonight. Yes, I dug deep and I actually found one. And this is a fun one. I wouldn't say put a lot of money on it, but this is a good sprinkle and have some fun with it. Evan Fournier over half a steal.
Whoa!
So he has at least 1 steal in 7 out of 8 games. And who's coming to town? Mr. Russell Westbrook with no LeBron. So if I could add a caveat to the prop, for even more fun, it is Evan Fournier to get a steal from an errant pass from Russell Westbrook. I think that could be a lot of fun. One that I do like, we got to go back to the unders with the Knicks. RJ Barrett under 1.5 made 3-pointers. He's ice cold from 3. He went 3 and 7 against the Pacers. Besides that game, he's 1 for 19 on threes the last 5 games. You can do a lot of damage to if you're taking New York Knicks and scoring props under right now. That's where I'm looking for sure. So RJ Barrett under 1.5 made 3-pointers is one that I really like for tonight.
Oh, like that. All right, Skee, I'm looking. I got Russell at 37.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And I don't even know what to do. I mean, no LeBron. Anthony Davis might be limited here, but the Knicks have been hot garbage. How do you approach this game tonight?
From that Russell Westbrook number first off, I would definitely go over points, rebounds, assists. If Anthony Davis plays, if he doesn't, I just think it's a good opportunity for him to have a good game. Another guy I would look at from the Lakers side would probably be THT. Points over 15.5. Whenever LeBron James doesn't play, he gets more opportunities, more the ball in his hand to make plays. And I think that's what you'll see tonight too. So if I'm playing props, it'll probably be those two. From a side perspective here, the Knicks, they don't even have a winning record at home. They're 4-5. I know they had a day off, but it's their 3rd game in 4 nights. 3-6 as a home favorite. They've covered 1 of their last 6 games. And the Lakers, I feel like that game, all that stuff that happened with Stewart and LeBron and everything, that was the kind of game that they needed. After that, they played with an edge, and I just like how they finished that game. I think they can carry over some of that momentum into this one. I heard Anthony Davis previously say before that last game that, they've been dropping too many games, that the rest of these games on the road trip are must-win games. Russell Westbrook, in the post-game interview, he said that it was a must-win game. I think you're going to get a good effort from the Lakers. I know I've been seeing Anthony Davis questionable with flu-like symptoms multiple weeks. Go get out there with your runny nose already.
Yeah,
Lakers are
exactly.
As a road dog, I like the Lakers tonight.
Somebody get that man a Kleenex. Good Lord. Wipe your nose. Get your ass back on the court there. Anthony Davis here tonight with a runny nose, Skee says. I love it. All right, talk to me here. Tony, it seems that with the latest news here with the Lakers, and not a lot of people talking about Russell Westbrook. Obviously, LeBron out, AD's a toss-up, but man, I don't know, 6.5 on a team that just gave up 40 to Chicago in the fourth to lose. I don't trust the Knicks. Do you?
Well, I don't unless they're playing the Lakers. I trust them. Here's what I can trust. If you like the Lakers tonight, then you have to figure that Westbrook's they're gonna be in transition a little more. The Knicks are. You look at their metrics; they're not the best in transition. They rank in the bottom half of the league in points allowed in transition. And the truth is, the problem with the Lakers without LeBron isn't so much defense; it's offense. I mean, right? I think they're about 12 points. I think their net is about 12 or 13 points less without LeBron than it is with LeBron. That fiction or the fairy tale that the Lakers are a defensive first team, it doesn't apply anymore. I mean, LeBron doesn't play the kind of defense. He uses an awful lot of clock when he's dribbling the ball down the court, but they have to get in transition a little bit. With that net difference, Joe and guys, I don't know how you play the Knicks. I mean, how you play the Lakers, period. But the Knicks, I suppose we could point to again yet another under in the NBA, which has been money.
I will say this, man. I mean, once that went down, yeah. Go ahead,
Tony. Did you watch the end of the Lakers versus Pistons game?
I was just going to say that. Yeah.
You mean the fight? What's the fight or what's the game?
No,
go ahead. I want to hear what you say.
How the Lakers offense was looking like. Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook looked like, they got something going right now.
Yeah.
That's right.
15 of his 26 were in that fourth quarter, in fact, right after. So really, Russell took that over. He landed with 26 there, and that's why I'm continuing to look at that number for 19.5 points, Russell Westbrook. That's what I'm seeing. I don't know about that. He's going to own this Knicks in transit. He's going to get a rebound and fly up the court, and he's going to score at will against this Knicks team. But 7:30, guys, at the Garden there, you got the Lakers, who everyone is sticking a fork in, taking on the New York Knicks. All right, game number 3. How about we head out west? We have now this is the home Portland, right? Not the away Portland. All right, because I understand there's 2 squads here that they actually have 2 Portland Trailblazers teams. I didn't know it, but this is the good one. This is the Portland at home, opens up a 5.5-point favorite, 212.5 in this one. And obviously the big question mark is surrounding, Jokic. Is he going to play? Is he not going to play? Because obviously I think Bones Highland is out as well for Denver. So Denver continues to have depth issues here, and they're going to have a lot of problems if Jokic can't go here. So what are you looking at here, Andy Lang, from a prop betting perspective? Is it all Portland Trailblazers? Because I know you've said sometimes it's hot or cold with them, but they are at home. So how do you approach it?
Well, we do have a bet up right now as part of our NBA pack for tonight. We got 5 plays in there, and one of them is in this game, one that we feel really confident about. I only have one prop, though, and it's Nurkic over 9.5 rebounds. He's had 11, 12, and 14 the last 3 games. And, you mentioned it, and everyone that follows NBA knows how good they are home. They played 9 home games. He's had double digits in 7 of those games. The Nuggets have really gotten out rebounded the last 2 games without Jokic. So I might hold off on this play just to verify that we're going to have no Jokic tonight. But also just a real quick, thing to point out for people. Nurkic he's an absolute terror on some of these centers. And a lot of times these centers come into games against Trailblazers with really inflated points, rebounds, and assist numbers. And it's a fantastic spot to fade these big name centers against Nurkic. He just knows how to body guys out of the way. He knows how to disrupt some of these guys. So moving forward, if you're out there and you're looking at player props, look at these big centers and these big name centers and they go up against Nurkic. it's a perfect time to play the under. But for tonight, I'll be over 9.5 rebounds as long as Jokic is out.
All right, looking at that, I love that. Now, Skee, what are you thinking here in this matchup with Lillard and company? Because I'm looking at the injury report, and this is the cleanest I think I've seen Portland in a long time here tonight. And it's hot. Even if Jokic goes, how much faith do you have that they're going to be able to beat Portland or even keep it close in Portland?
Well, first off, before I forget, I almost did forget already. Andy Lang, what he just said about Nurkic,
Yes.
I could go for that. In general, I probably would say go for that everybody except for against Joker. Because Joker used to practice against this guy. Joker just eats against him. But everybody else, I would agree. How I feel about this one, Portland, like you said, the injury sheet is clean. They've had a lot of days off. I think it's their second game in 6 days. So you don't really get those kind of situations that often. Before, when we were seeing that bad Portland road team, I think a lot of those games, they had a hectic schedule as well. And, Denver, they haven't been playing the best. They've been playing a lot of games lately. So I totally understand why you made the Portland side there. I think you can get, this is kind of crazy to me, but Denver's went over 4 of their last 5. Portland's went over 5 of their last 7. They're both bottom 5 in pace. So the offense is that efficient. I know I really don't trust either defense here, but I can't help but think, if Jokic does miss, that offense is going to really hurt for Denver. And if they're playing that slow, it's probably an under game.
Skee, I'm kind of with you here, man. That's exactly where I would look, too, at that number. Lillard's 3-point prop, guys, 3.5, by the way. Do we think he drops dimes all over the court at home? Don't forget now, Tony, I do believe this is a revenge spot, right? A couple of weeks ago, we had Denver beat up on Portland a little bit here. But if I'm not mistaken, I don't think Lillard played in that game. So role reversals, maybe they don't have Jokic. Lillard plays here. What do you think we're going to see here between these two teams?
Well, first off, I don't put a whole lot of college emotion into the pro game. I'm not much on revenge games or while they exist. While the players may say, I want to, I gotta somehow elbow such and such in the cojones at least once tonight. I'll go for all that kind of stuff. Here's the deal with what Mr. Lang said, and that was, I would get on. I've already got on Portland this game -6.5. Why? Because once they announce, and if they do announce that Joker's out, that number's going to climb. If I want to get off of it, then I got a little middle. Or if I want to get off of it in game live, I may get a favorable middle there as well. As far as the rebounds go, and it's not the end all, guys, but Penny, who I respect a lot, typically they have a really good feeling. They have some good context. They don't even have Jokic listed under player props. And when that happens this time in the afternoon, and we're talking about what? It's still quite a bit of time left for a West Coast game. But that said, I think there's a good chance he's not playing, you see. And once they announce it, I think that those Nurkic props will go up. It certainly won't go down. So if I'm like Andy, I'm probably going to, and I may just because Andy likes it, I might just jump on that Nurkic prop right now on the over because, again, I can always get off of that. That's a pretty easy to get off of an hour before game time. They can't move it so much that I get a Russian middle that I've been famous for in the past. But I really that's what I like tonight in this game. I like the fact that without Joker, that Denver is a -19 net, a 1.041 points per possession on offense. This team you can't possibly have enough money in the bank. You can't possibly have enough courage to be on Denver at the number as it is right now without the Joker. So that said, I say you jump on Portland right now. You get the 6.5. It's not going to get worse. It's not going to get worse. It's only going to get better. And there's a good chance the Joker doesn't play. And he hits his prop. Skee hits all 5 of his props, everybody's and his. And again, we're all happy again, Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you stop talking? Because I tuned your shit out about 5 minutes ago. All right, there we go, guys. the Joker. Is he in? Is he out? Penny, like people know what the hell Penny is. You're talking Greek here, man. Will you?
Really?
Good Lord. Speaking of Greek, let me go to you, Skee, here for a minute because we're going to move on to our last game here. And Skee, I want to know what you think of this Clippers team in this spot taking on the Mavs because didn't we just see this a couple of nights ago without Doncic? And I think it was what, a 5-point, it was a 5-point game, something along those lines. So we see the opening at 4.5, and I think that's even come down now. I'm seeing 3.5s in the marketplace. I am seeing a total go up, though, interesting enough, 2 10.5s here, Skee. So shouldn't Dallas, who already played them a couple of nights ago without Doncic, and it looks like whatever he did in the practice or warm-ups is not good. So it's kind of time to get used to life without Doncic, isn't it here? The market says they'll learn their lesson. What do you say in this match?
Well, early this morning, I'm looking at this game. I'm liking the Clippers. I'm not thinking Doncic is going to play because he wasn't looking good already, and they have a few days off, if I'm not mistaken, after this game. Like, why would you rush him back if he's not 100%, but you can get him a few more days? So that's kind of how I was looking at it. I did see that he went through the shoot around, but from what you're saying, he didn't look good. So
no.
Trending towards not playing, Mavericks need more points than this. When they lose, like none of their losses have been by less than 6 points. They lose by margin when they do lose. So I would have to be on the Clippers here. Clippers been winning with defense. If their offense can pick it back up how they were on their win streak, it'll be a win by a good margin. They've been rebounding better than Dallas. I just think this is the Clippers spot here.
They did get a little healthier, right? I believe Morris is back in the lineup here tonight for the Clippers. Tony Finn, did you see that as well? I think Batum is still out, but they did get a little healthier here. The market seems to think the Clippers learned their lesson a couple of nights ago. What do you think? Is the Dallas the side here?
Well, the Clippers are never going to learn their lesson. The Clippers, they're never. They got rid of Patrick Beverly. They're no longer the Clippers. Patrick Beverly plays with somebody else. Nicky Batum got the COVID, I guess. That's at least what I'm hearing, what I'm reading. Yeah, so, yeah. Marcus Morris will be back tonight, which, if there's one thing that the Clippers could use, it's a little physicality. Morris is a big addition for them. But over the last week or so, listen, the Clippers went on a nice run. They were covering. They were playing defense. They were limiting their opponents. They had some favorable matchups, Joe. But I'm having a problem trusting them. I mean, they have faded in a couple of games, in games that I didn't. Without their bench, without Batum, without Morris is back, obviously. Without some of those key players on that bench, this isn't a team that they can score a lot of points. They depend on that bench to bring some points to the table. So when they're at full strength, I'll start trusting them again. As far as Doncic goes, again, the metrics with him, not that much different. Whether he's in the lineup without, Skee's correct. This team is not a very good team right now under Jason Kidd. They're trying to shoot. They don't know what to do. Are they going to shoot all threes? Are they going to bring everything in and shoot mid-range jumpers? Everyone says the kid wants to go back to old school mid-range jumpers and short shorts and stuff like that. And I'm just that's going to be hard to stomach. It's going to be hard on the eyes to see the short shorts and short jumpers. But I would be if anybody here, I'm going to be on the Clippers. I just don't trust them, Joe. I don't trust them, and I'm not certain how anybody else can right now.
What you got? A fucking hairball in your throat? What's going on there?
Yeah.
Well, you caught that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Jesus,
I can't.
God almighty. Andy, please help me here. Put that on mute, man. Get that thing out of there.
Give me
Good Lord. Talk to me here, Andy. What do you think? I'm looking at a pretty big number, by the way, for Paul George. Points, rebounds, and assists. It's inching closer to 40. Does he have to do that much to beat this Dallas Mavericks team if Doncic doesn't go?
No, and you mentioned one of our favorite props to go under. He was a great points, rebounds, and assists to go under because the books were putting it 42.5, 43.5. Unfortunately, they got too smart, and it's down to about 38. I know. Dang, I hate it when they adjust like that. So it's down to 38.5. I didn't see anything from Dallas that makes me think they can slow him down. I think the books have nailed this number. I don't see any value in taking that, unfortunately. So the Paul George stats, I'd have to walk away. If anything, you got to lean over with him just because how well he's played against them. I do have several for this game. It's a really good spot to come back on Hardaway Jr. over 16.5 points. Had a horrible shooting game. We went 2 for 12 from the field. And so many times in the prop world, we just see everyone run away when someone has a bad game. I think the next game is a really good one because the books lowered the number by a point, and we see that really bad shooting performance. But before that, he went 3 games over. So, everyone's going to concentrate on the one. I'm going to look at the 3 games that he did go over. We get a nice number at 16.5. So I'll take a rebound spot on him shooting. And this total of the books give out, I think they took that into account. They said a couple people didn't shoot well, so we got a higher total. One guy that I cannot go over, I got to take under, is poor Eric Bledsoe. His numbers are just dwindling the last 3 games. He hasn't made a 3-pointer the last 3 games. He's 5 of 16 from the field. And when I'm looking at these unders, you got to look at shot attempts. He only took 4 shots last game against Dallas. That's in a win. That he only took 4. Only 3 free throw attempts in his last 4 games, and he's had 7 or fewer points in 3 straight. So he's on the downtrend. So I'll take Eric Bledsoe. My best bet, I got to go back to Porzingis over 19.5 points. I can't take an under on him right now. You got to take the over. He's basically all they've got right now, and he seems to be a decent matchup against the Clippers. And even against these Clippers, he went over 4 from 3-pointers. The Mavericks only scored 91 points, and somebody else 25 points. So you could make the case he had a horrible night from 3-pointers. The Mavericks had a bad shooting night, and he still gets to 25 points. This 19.5 number is very curious to me. This might be the ultimate sucker bet where he comes out and drops a deuce all over this one. But I really like Porzingis over. He's an over points player right now as long as Doncic is out. So take him over 19.5.
Yeah, you know what? It might actually be the best thing with Doncic being out because it's kind of forced Porzingis to step up here, and we'll see if he can get it done. But Hardaway Jr. 22, 18, and then that crap game 8, the last game without Doncic in the lineup. So maybe opportunities there to back him and get it going with Dallas and. I'm sure. Does Jokic? Did they just rule him out? I'll double check that. I think they might have just ruled Doncic out here. We'll confirm that for you. But in the meantime, let us go around the horn here and see if there is one play that these guys among the 4 games might have circled they like a little more than the rest. So, Skee, I'm coming to you, man. Talk to me. What's your favorite play here on the board?
What you hoping and wishing? I didn't see no Doncic out. I'm looking though. I don't see it yet. I think he will be out. My best bet for today. I think this would have been your contrarian game if we had a contrarian. I think that's the reason you didn't put it up there because you do anything except for pick the Lakers. So
absolutely.
I look at the Knicks, man. Rose game time decision. Taj Gibson game time decision, Mitchell Robinson out. They're missing a lot of size. Missing Rose, I think, is huge. And I just don't really like what I'm seeing from them right now. I don't think there's any way Kemba is going to stay in front of Russell Westbrook. I think the Lakers have kind of figured out a little something at the end of that last game. Lakers are 2-1 as a road dog. I think Anthony Davis, he brings his Kleenex box to the bench. He gets out there tonight, and Lakers get it done. Lakers plus the points.
Love that. Blow your nose. Damn it. Let's go. Get it done already there. All right. And you're right. There's no way I'm choosing the Lakers. Actually, there was one time against a Milwaukee team that we said take the Lakers and get 9.5. Like, what are you guys looking at here? Come on, Tony Finn. Talk to us here. You've said a lot. Literally a lot. But is there anything among what you said that you like a little more than everything else here on the card tonight?
You mean, are we talking about best bets?
Yeah.
Best bets. Yeah, I'm going to stick with what I said, what I suggested as far as Portland goes. Let's check the number right now. I know we're on a time clock here. I don't have to say a time clock. You can buzz me anytime you want. Portland, -6, -6.5.
Oh.
Corpus Christi, help me. Save me. 6.5 on Portland. It didn't get nothing but larger as soon as they announced the Joker's out. Some of those props we talked about with Andy and such, I say you play those over. If you don't like them, then wait till they announce the injury and watch them move out of your favor. But right now, Portland -6.5 is the play. That's the winner. As soon as they announce the Joker's out again, play it higher. Go back and come back on the other side of this. It's going to go to 9, 9.5. As soon as the Joker announced out, this game goes closer to 10 than it does 7.
Interesting. All right. There you go, Corpus Christi. Getting it done over there. All right, Andy. Maybe even the first half. What do you think there? It's our first half. Portland? Lay to 3.5? Mr. First half? Go ahead, Andy. Silence from Mr. Tony Finn now. Go ahead.
I'm laughing because I've done well in first half totals and spreads over the last week. I really have. You can really find them. Take the Thunder down under in the first half. They're terrible.
Hell
in the
yeah.
first half. Okay. Best bet. Evan Fournier under 11.5 points. He's going to get his steal tonight, but he's not going to get a lot of points. He's just been bad. He's gone over this total one time in the last 7 games, and that was, of course, against the Houston Rockets. They should change their team name to the Houston Slump Busters, because if you're in a slump,
Did you say something about Houston?
Yes, he did.
Yes, I'm talking about Houston. Take out the Houston game, and he's shooting 14 of 41 from the field the last 7 games. He's made a free throw, 1 in the last 7 games. A free throw. Evan Fournier under 11.5 points.
I love those Fournier props, man. They do nothing but catch. Leave Houston alone, that G League team. It's not their fault they suck. Yeah, it is actually their fault. They're absolutely terrible here. But we do have a best bet recap for you here that's not going to suck. And let's take a look at it here with Skee. Oh, shocker. Lakers 6.5. Wow, did not see that one coming, Tony Finn. I did not see Skee backing the Lakers taking 6.5. Andy Lang, I don't know what he's got against Fournier, but this is like the 5th time on the show that he has come up with some sort of half a prop for Evan Fournier. Under 11.5 points here. Half a 3, half a free throw. I don't even know where he comes in. It's amazing. And Tony Finn likes the Trailblazers on all sorts of angles, laying the 6.5. I am seeing that the money is continuing to come pouring in the other way on the Clippers here, so maybe news about Doncic not being in could be hitting the marketplace soon, too, as looks like this is going to be cruising up to 4 shortly here. It is at 3.5 in the number of spots right now, so keep an eye on that. And Doncic, of course, Miami, Detroit, 7 o'clock. Lakers, Knicks, which, shocker, the Skee likes the Lakers and the 6.5 tonight. That's at 7:30. Shocker! RJ Barrett, does he get, how many points does he get tonight, Skee? Just curious. Do they clamp him? Do they just swat him with defense tonight? What do you think?
I'm rolling with Andy Lang. He said under 3-pointers. I'm going under points too.
15.5 under? Done. RJ Barrett, you suck. And there it is, guys. Don't forget, $69 all-access pass for this Thanksgiving week, guys. Awesome stuff. All plays, all sports. You get them there for just $69. You can visit Tony Finn at his page. He is crushing it in the NBA, guys, as much as it pains me to sit here and tell you that he is crushing it. But the man is absolutely a profit machine over the last month. In fact, I believe 35, 22, and 2 is the record here. So $69, guys, that's the way to go. Visit Skee, get all of Skee's plays every sport, all the plays, guys. $69 for a week. And Andy and his prop packages, guys, nobody better with the props than Andy Lang. Make sure you visit him over at WagerTalk.com. All right, guys, hit that bell in the upper right-hand corner. We got one more NBA tip-off show. Tomorrow we'll be back before Thanksgiving, and much to discuss here as we head into the weekend in the association. But in the meantime, guys, we appreciate the time, appreciate the effort, and I hope you'll come back and join us again tomorrow for another edition of the NBA Tip-Off Show. Until then, guys, best of luck with your plays. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
7 days for under $10 a day. There are 2 college football games Tuesday night, 4 NFL and 2 college football games on Thanksgiving, 16 college football games on Black Friday, plus a full Saturday and Sunday of college football and NFL action. Add in any NBA, college basketball, and NHL action, and it's an awesome week of sports. We are so very thankful that you are current or maybe a new client of WagerTalk, and we want to give you our best once-a-year price for a 7-day all-sport, all-access package. Enjoy the holiday with family and friends, and don't worry about missing plays throughout the week if you're traveling. That's right, only $69 for 7 full days of college football, NFL, NBA, college hoops, NHL, and any other plays your favorite capper releases. Happy Thanksgiving and safe travels for those hitting the road from our WagerTalk family to yours.